Guys, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about in this episode of What's in My Bag. I can't fit this in my bag, but I want to talk to you about this because this is my first pickleball machine ever, and I have a lot of things to say about this, including the price. Brand new Carbon Pro Team Tour Bag Backpack version 2. Really great bag. I've been using it for a while now. I want to talk to you guys about that. And then all these paddles on my desk right here. I've got so many paddles that I've been shoving, all of them fitting within this one bag. I've been playing with all of them, and I've got a lot of things to say about them. So without further ado, let's get straight into this episode. Okay, I'm gonna try to move this back a little bit. This right here is what I want to talk about first. This is the TENNIIX pickle machine. Now, this one is one of their like base models. When I first looked up pickleball machines, when I was trying to get into pickleball, I saw like they were $2,000, $2,500, not including all the balls that you have to buy along with the machine. And I was like, dude, this is a rich man sport. Like, what am I doing in here? But then a year later, I finally got myself one of these. It's actually pretty darn good. Now, granted, most people can still not afford to just throw out 600 bucks and buy a pickleball machine. But if you're a dedicated player and you've been looking at pickleball machines to buy, I don't think you have to spend $2,000. So I'm gonna try to run through all the things about this pickleball machine as fast as possible. This will be kind of like a little mini review within this episode. This machine was sent to me by TENNIIX. There was no review promised, and every single thought that I share with you guys right now is my own, as with all my paddles and my bags and everything that I share with you guys. If you use my code, I think it's a different one, like West5. I think you get like 5% off, which is not bad. I haven't tried the other $2,000 ones, okay? I'm sure they're amazing. I'm sure they're great, all right? This one right here is adequate for me. I don't need it to do all these crazy things. I don't need it to do front flips and tell me the weather. Like, honestly, all I needed to do is shoot balls wherever I wanted to at certain paces, and that's about it. And that's exactly what this thing does. If I'm not mistaken, these things unfold right here at the top. It might even go out of frame. They unfold, and then they can hold up to like 75 balls, which is not bad, to be honest with you. Again, don't know how much the other machines hold, but 75 is already as much as I've got in my bag right now. And then it even has like a little LED kind of like screen right here on the front that'll kind of tell you what kind of drill that you're running, what the intervals are, and all this other crazy information. Sometimes it feels useless, and other times it feels like it's kind of helping. It'll kind of show directions about arrows, where the ball's gonna go next. And so it's kind of helpful, but when you're drilling for like 30 minutes, you stop paying attention to the screen and you just kind of like get in the zone. You're really looking at the app, because this has an app that it connects to, and the app is gonna be showing you where the ball can land, what interval it can land at. You can split it between 2-second, 3-second, 5-second intervals. You can do different drills with different speeds, so the ball can go at a different speed. You can put different kind of spin on the ball. You can shoot it with, like a slice to the left, slice to the right. You can put a lot of top spin, a little bit of top spin, a lot of back spin. And so I've been trying to still like figure out all the mechanics of this machine, because it can do a lot of really, really cool things. Some of them are really helpful, and then there's other things that I just don't really touch. Like there's some like already like built-in drills that I just don't even play with. I just kind of use a lot of my own custom drills. So a lot of the ones that I was doing were my driving drills, where I would shoot the ball to my left-hand side and then my right-hand side. So practicing my forehand and my backhand drill, kind of simulating like a singles game. And I was doing them like in really fast intervals, like 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. And it wears you out, dude. It is so exhausting in a good way, because most of the time when I'm just like drilling by myself, I have to toss up a ball and then hit it. Very unrealistic. But here, this really works me, man. I like this machine. It kind of shocked me how much it could do and how well it performs without it stuttering. I probably played with this for about like 7-8 hours right now, and it's pretty darn good. I mean, I don't take it out all the time because it's kind of a hassle. You don't want to carry around a big machine like this. It is pretty light considering the other machines. I've seen the other ones are pretty bulky, but still, to take this everywhere, it's kind of annoying. So I only do this when I don't have any other drill partners to drill with, or my brother-in-law can't make it to play games with me that day. It does have a rechargeable battery that's kind of hard to take out. Once you do, there we go. The battery lasts a really long time. Like, I don't even have to charge this thing. I think I've only charged it once, and even then it wasn't even dead. So battery's really good. A lot of my drill sessions would be like 30, 45 an hour. And so it did really, really good. No complaints with the battery just yet. I'm not sure if you can buy extra ones, but I don't know if you need them. You're not gonna run through the entire battery on a single drill session. And if you do, you're crazy. Now, there are a couple of times where it does hiccup, like something like with the ball feeder, the ball won't feed correctly. And so one of them will shoot out kind of slow, and it takes like the little wheels to kind of kick up and get the right speed again. So it might shoot the second one after that a little bit slower, but then the third one will kind of start shooting out correctly. That's like the only gripe that I have with the performance and like the functionality. Everything else, it does pretty much exactly what I want it to do. I can really like tone things down to like the micro level. It does like percentages and all these crazy things on the app. And that also leads me to my next problem, is that this is a tennis brand, if I'm not mistaken, and they're getting into pickleball. So the app shows a tennis court when you're kind of rearranging where you want the ball to land. It's kind of weird. I mean, not that big of a deal, but if you're gonna get into pickleball, you don't want to be doing like this half in, half out thing. Like just make a dedicated app for pickleball, or make it to where your app shows a pickleball court. Can't be that hard. Another drill that I was using it a lot for was for drops and resets, landing in the kitchen like these really, really tight drops that I can't always perform to help my partner, or my partner can't always perform to help me practice, you know, taking drops out of the air. It helps out so much because it's consistent. And so a lot of the drops are just coming in repeatedly. So you are getting really good reps, taking balls out of the air and knowing when or when not to take the ball out of the air. Should you let it bounce? Should you not let it bounce? That's one of those things where I'm trying to learn more, is when I should actually use some of the mechanics that I'm learning. Should I actually try to flick it out of the air, or should I let it bounce and try to speed it up, or should I just dink it after the bounce? Those are things that you don't really think about when you're in a game. You don't have time to think about it. But when you're drilling with something like this, you basically have all the time in the world, and you can keep on running it back over and over again. So it's pretty cool. I am trying to clean it more because the ball dust does start to accumulate. I'm not sure if you can even see this, but like on the inside, let me see. Hopefully you can see that. There's some ball dust on the inside. Not sure if you can see that or not, but you do have to kind of just like blow it out. I just use like a pressurized can to kind of blow out all the ball dust, and it gets rid of most of it. Just beware that if you are playing on a dirty court, it will accumulate much faster. I was playing on a pretty clean court one day, and then I went to like my regular court, which was really dirty, and it really got just like messed up inside. It didn't really affect the performance that much, but you could just tell it was super dirty. So you're gonna have to take care of this thing. To be honest, I was expecting to find a lot more downsides to this machine. Really, the only downside is gonna be the price. If you're looking to get a pickleball machine, you may think, well, Zach, this price is amazing. So in that case, maybe the price isn't bad at all. But the price is now in this spot where it makes like regular people think like, well, maybe I could afford it. If you don't play that much, don't even get this. Like even me, I don't even think I need it as much, because a lot of the times I'm so busy reviewing paddles, I don't have time to like practice my performance and get competitive with my partner to train for, you know, like tournaments and stuff like that. I rarely do tournaments. But if you're a person that does tournaments a lot, then I think this is really something to consider. I like it a lot, and I'm not saying like it's a hard recommend, but if you have the money and you're looking to buy one that's a little bit cheaper than the other ones, like the Titan one or like a Lobster, I'm not even sure what they were called, to be honest with you, but I just knew they were way too expensive. Look into this one, honestly. I'm gonna try to get more gameplay and footage of using this. So if you guys do wanna see that, let me know in the comments down below. All right, enough of this big old hefty thing. I wanna talk about a couple of bags now. So this is my daily driver. Right here is the CRBN Backpack 2.0. And let me tell you, it's got some really nice upgrades. I can't even go over everything because then the video will get way too long. Just know that there's so many pockets. I'm like figuring out like new things that this backpack does like every single time I take it out. It's got a lot of new pockets that seem kind of useless. I haven't really found a use case for it yet, but they're there when you need it. Like this really tight front spot. It's kind of tight. I don't know what I would put in here. I've never really used it, but if you like those, it's got that. It's got this nice flap in the front. Dang. There we go. It's the main compartment. You can see everything inside is very similar to like the original one. I'm looking up because I'm looking right at my original 1.0 backpack. It's got that same compartment, only it's more stiff. It's not as floppy. And that's something that you're gonna see all around this backpack. All the materials are upgraded except for maybe the zippers, but everything else, like the materials are great. It's got like this nice soft touch. I'm not sure what this is called. It's not leather. It's not, I don't know, rubber. I don't know what it is, but it feels good, okay? It's got the magnetic clip on the front, so if you have a towel that has like a magnet, it can clip on the front. I'm sure that's gonna work really well for you guys that are pro players that play like 5 hours a day. It's got like the side pocket right here for, I'm not sure what, I'm not sure if this is for like a ball or like for a cup. I've used it for both, but I mean, it just works. This one is really cool. It's got like this little side pocket that's magnetic where you can put all your balls on the side right here. It fits like 5 or 6, I mean, depending on how high you want to stack it, but it's just magnetic and it just slaps open like that. Really neat. On the other side, it's just got like a side zipper. This is where I put my water bottle sometimes too. It's just not the most roomy side zipper. It's got some room, but not a ton. What I'm really excited for though, is this bottom part. They added like this texturized rubber on the bottom to make it more durable. I think every pickleball bag should have that. Every single one should have that. If you're putting your bag down on the court, over time, it's gonna tear. I know it because I've had 2 of them that tear already like that. So whenever I see a backpack that does this, chef's kiss, dude. The only other bag that I've seen do it this good is the forward bag, and I think they did it even better than the CRBN bag. But I mean, this is still way better than just regular cloth bottom or regular like texturized neoprene bottom, whatever it is. This is so good. So you can see that there's like no scratches or marks on here just yet. That's because I've been hanging it the entire time. I just don't even want to like start to scratch it up because it looks so clean, but I'll eventually start doing it. And then on top of that, the bottom unzips and it's this massive shoe compartment. Huge. This is your whole shoe compartment, dude. I could fit like 2 pairs of shoes in there if I wanted to. Now, I don't know if you would need that, but you could probably fit some clothes in there too. And then to air out, they have like these really open holes right here. They're not like little tiny vents that don't do anything. Like these holes are actually pretty wide. And I've noticed that when I put my shoes in there, which I rarely do, it does help out a little bit more. So that's nice to see that they upgraded that part right there. It's also got some top compartments. I said I wasn't gonna go over every pocket, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So, oh well. It's got this back pocket, and they upgraded it because this is like their heat reducing, cold resistant pocket where it's got like this inner lining where it blocks out the heat, keeps your paddles warm, keeps the paddles cold, depending on whether you're in the summer or the winter. And it has these separators now, so that way your paddles aren't just scratching up against each other if you've got multiple of them. So that's a nice little upgrade to see. The main pocket doesn't feel that much bigger, maybe just ever so slightly wider at the top. Maybe it is a little bit bigger, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger, to be honest with you, now that I'm really looking at it from this angle right here. So really nice, wide open pocket in the front that you're gonna get. Like the main compartment is gonna hold plenty of things. This is really gonna give my Selkirk Prestige bag a run for its money. I love that Selkirk Prestige bag. That red one that I've shown you guys, it's so nice. But this one is like almost half the price, and it competes very well against that red one. Lastly, on the back, more upgrades. The straps are not gonna be super flimsy. The ones on the 1.0 backpack were super loose and flimsy. I did not like the straps. They were lightweight, which I liked, but they just felt way too flimsy. And these feel a lot more sturdy because they have like this, again, this material on the back that goes all the way down. This handle right here is way different. It's got cloth, it's got foam on the inside, it's padded, feels much better, feels way more sturdy. And you've got the hooks again on the sides. I'm not gonna take them out because they're so annoying to take out. Clip in the front. This thing can seriously do it all. And then to top it off, if you really use this bag a lot and you love it that much to travel with it on the airport, anywhere crazy, it's got this little gap right here to put on top of a suitcase. Your handle will go straight through, the bag will go straight on top of your suitcase, and you can carry it on your suitcase. Again, I don't know how many people do that. Maybe if you're traveling for a tournament, you actually do that. But again, these are just like nice little things to have. Even if you don't really use them that often, it's nice to know that the company is listening to all the different things that people are telling them to upgrade their stuff, and they're actually doing it. I just found out there's a zipper right here. What the heck? That's exactly what I'm telling you about. I didn't even know the zipper was here. Okay, next bag. I haven't put too much time on this one because my wife has been putting time on this one. She's rarely taken it out, but she already said that she loves it. This is gonna be their tote bag from CRBN, and it's basically just like a giant purse. It's got such a nice, like, premium, like pursy feel. Like it feels like that fake leather, but it almost even feels real to a certain extent. I don't know, it's very, very luxurious if you ask me. I love the way it feels. A lot of my wife's purses feel exactly like this, so I'm sure CRBN did their homework, just asked a whole bunch of ladies, hey, what do you want in this bag? And they said for it to feel like this. Feels great. It's not gonna be as big as some of the other tote bags that I've seen before. You can definitely stuff a lot of things in there. Now again, I don't know what you're gonna be stuffing in here if you're a lady. I don't know if you wanna put all your makeup in that giant compartment right there, but you do have a few other smaller compartments that help. But other than that, it is what it is. It's a tote bag. You're just gonna throw a whole bunch of things in there. It's not meant for organizing really. It's just meant for throwing in a whole bunch of equipment and a whole bunch of other girly stuff if you really wanna use it like that. But yeah, my wife loves it right now. So man, if you're watching this and you wanna give your wife or girlfriend or whoever, your sister, I don't care who it is, another female, a nice gift, this one is pretty darn good. I think whoever you give this to is gonna be pretty impressed with the quality of it because I was even seriously impressed. Alrighty, now for the moment you guys have all been waiting for. In honor of this beautiful CRBN Backpack 2.0, I'm gonna be pulling all of my top paddles that I'm using right now from this bag. So they will literally be in my bag. So here we go. For number 5, I'm gonna hold it like this so you guys don't see. For number 5, dude, just tell me I have a problem without telling me I have a problem. Like, I don't even know what my number 5 would be. I sat in this room for like 20 minutes just staring at these 4 paddles, and I was like, what's gonna be my number 5? I don't know. Any one of these could be my number 5 for a number of reasons. So let's start with the Ultra, I guess. I don't know. The Ultra is so close to breaking the top 5 as well because it plays so much better than all their other shapes. I'm sure you've been hearing that a lot from other people, but it's true. It's got a better sweet spot. It's got better stability. It just feels better. I don't know what they did to it. Maybe they did something minor that we don't know about, but it feels better than all the other paddles. And that was my main problem with the Huarache X, the Pegasus, and the Vapor. They didn't feel as good as some of the other durable grit Gen 4 paddles. This one, on the other hand, feels really, really good. My only complaint is that it's pretty poppy. I don't know why other people are saying that it's soft. Mine feels really poppy, but everyone's paddle is gonna be different, so I don't know. That's just me. I love it. I play it for singles, I play it for doubles. I share with everybody because I think this paddle is so good and a lot of people like it. Next one, another one. Friday Aura, dude, this thing is so good. I don't know why I can't get rid of these paddles. Just get out of my life, Friday. I don't know why you've been haunting me for the past 2 months, dude. People think that I'm sponsored by these guys. I am in no way sponsored by literally anybody. Any one of these companies I've talked about, I am not sponsored. I will never accept a sponsorship. And if I did, it would be from Honolulu Pickleball Company because I align with their beliefs. But I still won't accept it from them because I want to be completely unbiased. So if I keep on showing Friday paddles, it's only because I genuinely like them and I genuinely think that they play that good. But with the Aura, it's an all-court paddle. It does exactly what you want it to do for an all-court paddle. The more that I play with this, the more I see it as a defensive paddle, like leaning more towards the control side. And it's really because of like that softness to it and that denseness to it. It doesn't feel like it has a lot of power. Like maybe if I rip it hard enough, I can get a little bit of power out of there, but it's not gonna be that much, to be honest with you. And in some ways, I like it because it keeps a lot of my drives in bounds. Now, when I'm playing doubles, I really enjoy it for resets and for drops. They come so easy. I don't feel like I make that many mistakes when I'm trying to get into the soft game with this paddle. So with this one, it's so good. And I'm not gonna be considering price for any of these paddles right now. I'm just talking about pure performance. Which one do I think plays the best right now? But if we are talking about price, this is only 120 bucks. And it's very, very attractive, to be honest with you. Still really loving this one. And then my Barrage, dude. Yeah, the price sucks. Just get over it, whatever. I'm talking about performance right now, okay? Talking about performance. The Barrage is still the best 14 millimeter, hands down. I have yet to hear a good case for another 14 millimeter that's better than the Barrage. This is the most consistent one. It's gonna be the most powerful one, to be honest with you. It's gonna have a really good sweet spot. It's got a very unique carbon feel. No other paddle right now feels like the True Foam paddles. None of them. I have not seen another one that feels exactly like these. Other Gen 4s feel very similar to each other. This one just really stands out. And I love this thing, man. I really like it. I know the price is hard to swallow, but if you don't care about price and you want a 14 millimeter, I would not go anywhere else other than this paddle right here. Pick whichever shape you want. 1, 2, 4, just don't get the 3 because the 3 is kind of weird. But any of those shapes, really, really solid. And I keep on finding my way back to this paddle. And then the last one that kind of came in last second is gonna be the 6-0 Coral Pro. Now, the Coral wasn't my favorite paddle, but I did recognize that it was really good and a lot of people liked it. I just didn't like the feel that much, and so that's why I didn't really have it in my bag all these previous months. But I did give the original Coral Paddle of the Year for all court category. So that is something. This one is also gonna give it a run for the money for all court Paddle of the Year already. There's like 3 of them that are in the running. This one right now, the Omni, the Aura, those are like my 3 front runners for the best all court paddles. And this one's got durable grit. So whatever the Coral was, this is just gonna be better because it's got durable grit. It can spin the ball better. It's gonna last even longer. I'm enjoying it. The elongated is not gonna have that bad of a twist weight like a lot of people said. The sweet spot is not as small as I thought it was gonna be. I think people hated on the other shapes so hard and everybody was just saying just get the hybrid that I really thought the elongated was gonna be that bad, but it's genuinely not. I like it. I played a lot for singles, especially because I can control the ball a lot more. The feel is still not the best in my opinion. Like it's not like anything crazy where I'm like, whoa, dude, the feel is just, you have to try it. It's whatever, honestly. It feels like an all-court paddle and there's not really much else to say about it, but just, I don't know which one to pick. Every single one of these is good in their own right. This one's gonna be like the most unique one with the cool shape that's kind of in between a hybrid, elongated, durable grit, great. This one's gonna be the original, just made even better. This one's gonna be like that really underneath the radar, awesome all-court paddle that's really cheap. And this one's gonna be the best 14 millimeter on the market right now. So all of them have some sort of bragging right as to why they should be in my bag. And so because I can't decide, I just shove all of them in my bag. And if for whatever reason I feel like grabbing one of them, I know it's in my bag and I'm just gonna thoroughly enjoy it whenever I take out any of these paddles. But these are all tied for 5th place, man. I don't know what else to say. Like I've got problems, man. I've got serious problems about which paddle I should or should not be using right now. But let's go to some more definitive answers for my top 5 spots. Let's go to number 4. This one is 100% gonna deserve this spot. You may even say it's even higher up, to be honest with you. But the Packle Fuse, dude, gosh, man, this paddle is so cool and has really earned my respect because after I did my own little scientific experiment in my backyard, testing the grit, see how much it scratches, see if the spin was degrading. I did spin tests, very amateur spin tests, comparing it to like some of my other durable grit paddles. This did not drop off in spin almost at all. I could not notice a difference at all. Normally when you're hitting your paddles and you know your paddles very well, you'll know when the spin drops off. If it dropped off, it's not noticeable enough for me to say like, hey, you know what? I think there's something wrong with this. Still feels great. It's got all these scratches in the front right here and all the scratches in the back from doing my test. It still feels just as gritty as it does on these corners, as it does right here in the center. And this paddle is going to be one of the highest power paddles that you can get right now, all for 99 bucks after code, or it's 101 after code, same thing, right? I think this is just like a very cheaper version of the boomstick. And I actually mean that. A lot of people will say, oh, this paddle is just a cheaper boomstick, or this is the new boomstick over here. And a lot of people just say that just because they want to get, you know, like attention for this paddle. But I genuinely mean it. This is the paddle that I feel like comes the closest to feel with a boomstick. This has a little bit more vibrations than a boomstick. The boomstick feels just slightly more muted than the Fuse. Not saying that either of them are muted, but it just feels like it has less vibrations than the Fuse. And they feel very, very familiar. They don't feel like they're that far apart at all in power, in feel, and in spin. I think the only thing that's different is just that the boomstick comes with weights on the top and this one doesn't, and so that can kind of mess with the feel for it. But I've already weighted this paddle up and it performs very similar to a boomstick in my opinion. It's got really good pop, although I think my paddle is one of the ones that's a little bit softer. I know a lot of people have been telling me that if you ask for a Fuse with like that softer feel, they'll give it to you. I think I accidentally got one of them because a lot of people were saying that this thing's like crazy poppy. I don't think it's crazy poppy, but it's definitely got some pop on there, man. The power as well, it reminds me of a boomstick. It can be uncontrollable sometimes when you're driving from the baseline, but I think this grit is better than the boomstick's grit, and so my drives stay in a lot more often than the boomstick drives. If you know how to use a boomstick, your drive's gonna stay in a lot. Same thing with this one. If you know how to drive the ball, if you have good technique, if you have good topspin, your drive's gonna stay in. I think this one just does it more effortlessly than the boomstick. The boomstick, I've just been always so scared to knock my balls out of the park with it. I don't do it as often with the Packel Fuse. This one's got a really good sweet spot too. Really good stock, even better when you put a little bit of weight on the sides. And yeah, man, this one's gonna be a huge contender for budget paddle of the year. I think it's the front runner right now, to be honest with you. It's gonna be super cheap and there's so many good things that come with it, man. I know it's really early in the year, it's barely halfway through, so we'll see who else comes out with, you know, durable grit. Maybe the Oro gets durable grit on it, then that can change things for being, you know, a budget paddle of the year. But right now, as for right now, I think this is gonna be my budget paddle of the year. So if you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend you at least try it out. Okay, now my top three. Top three, dude, top three. Oh, yeah, it just gets harder, doesn't it? Oh man, the Omni's gonna be my number 3 paddle. Hate it or love it, man. You have to recognize that at least Selkirk does a couple of things right. Okay, first of all, customer service. If your edge guard is loose, they will fix it on the spot. But in my case, this edge guard is not loose, man. I have removed these weights over 300 times probably. My edge guard is not loose at all on the sides, totally fine. So they're really good with their lifetime warranty, okay? On top of that, they look so good, dude. You're getting what you're paying for, at least when it comes to the $300 price tag. It does not look like the new Sparta Spitfire. That thing is just like, oof, shoot, I would rather just draw on it to give it some character, man. It does not look like that, okay? This is such a clean looking paddle. At least Selkirk knows, hey, if we're gonna charge someone 300 bucks, we better make it look immaculate. And so it definitely gives you that feeling of like, whoa, this is premium just by the looks itself. Even the grip and everything about it, it just feels premium all across the board. And then on top of that, they're willing to try new things, man. They were the first ones with durable grit. I know other people are gonna say, no, that was 6-0 that came to the table first. That's not true. Selkirk came out with Infinigrit. Now you may say, oh, Infinigrit's not durable. Well, that was the first attempt at durable grit, to be honest with you. They came out with it with the Project 007, the paddle that everybody hates and forgets, but also looks like the best paddle in the world. That paddle had Infinigrit before even the Lux 2.0 had Infinigrit. And that just shows that they were not scared to try new things. Even if they fail, they learned from a lot of their mistakes. And so in this case, they saw that a lot of people were complaining about the boomstick not being able to move these. And so they said, okay, fine, we'll make it movable for you. And they did it, and it works crazy good. There is no other paddle that's gonna do it this good right now. Not unless you buy additives like slice sliders or pickle clips. Now, granted, those are a lot cheaper, but if you're talking to someone that just doesn't know how to buy those things, where to get them, doesn't wanna go through the hassle of making sure that it's the right size, and you just want it really, really simple right at your front door, this is gonna be it right here. I compare it to an iPhone sometimes. Sometimes iPhones are just like so oversimplified. I'm like, why would anybody buy that? But a lot of people find that oversimplicity is very useful for them. So if you just want a paddle to perform great out of the box without having to buy anything else, the Omni is really good. And then on top of that, dude, it's so good, it's so versatile. You can use this as a power paddle, you can use it as an all-court paddle. A lot of people say this is not an all-court paddle. It most definitely is, especially after you take off the weights. This is definitely, right here, this is an all-court paddle, man. This is not a power paddle with no weights. Even if you put the weights lower, like right here, or just maybe a little bit lower, I think it's still an all-court paddle. Once you start moving them up over here and over here, it definitely jumps up to a power paddle just because of the weight placement. But I just really love the fact that I can do that. I can't tell you how many times I've already done it, and I use different methods for playing singles and for doubles. And so, yeah, it's got a very similar boomstick feel, so I'm already appreciating that part. And then on top of that, it's more controllable than a boomstick. I just think that if they made Infinigrit 2.0 with the release of the Omni, I think a lot of people would be buying it. I think this would be a top-selling paddle right now if they made Infinigrit 2.0 and put it on the Omni. I think that's a big missed opportunity. Maybe Infinigrit 2.0 wasn't ready, so I'm hoping that they come out with another paddle that's just as good as the Omni, and it does have more durable grit. I think that will really put Selkirk back on the map because a lot of people were very controversial about this Omni paddle. Now, are you ready? You already know the 2 paddles that are coming out. Now, what order are they going to be in? Number 2 right now. Darn you guys. Darn you guys. I like this paddle so much. I don't want to put this as my number 2, but I am almost forcing myself to put it as my number 2, okay? I felt my J6CR get a little bit softer, and I'm like, you know what? I think I might put that as my number 1. So I'm voluntarily putting this as number 2 right now because I'm thoroughly enjoying my J6CR Crystal Blue Grit. The Aura Pro is great. It just misses that durable grip. That is the only deciding factor right now between my number 2 paddle and my number 1 paddle right now. That's it. I think if you, give me 1 second. If you level the playing field and you give me these 2 choices, I'm going with this. I think this is gonna perform better. I think it feels better. I think it has better power. I think it's more controllable. Maybe the sweet spot's just a tiny bit smaller, but I'll trade that up because I like the way that this has dwell time and controllability more than the J6CR does. So if we're leveling the playing field, no durable grit on either of these paddles, I am taking the Aura Pro. But that's not reality. The reality is that this has durable grit on it, and it's some darn good durable grip, man. I can't argue with the spin. This spin is so filthy and nasty. I've been playing other people. When I give them my J6CR, I'm like, just play me, man. I wanna see how you perform with it. I wanna see how good it is. And so it's one thing to play with the paddle, but once you play against it, you realize, whoa, is that what it feels like when you're playing against this thing? This thing's crazy, and it's crazy, dude. It's really, really crazy. So I think the only reason I am putting the J6CR Crystal Blue Grit over my Aura Pro now at this point is because it's got that crystal blue grit. And so I want you guys to know genuinely, I held on to this so long because I saw it standing the test of time against all these awesome, really good paddles that I was playing with. I didn't keep this paddle because I'm sold out for Friday. I didn't keep this paddle because they paid me. I didn't keep this paddle because I thought I was gonna get money off of it. I just kept this paddle because I thought it played amazing. I was very reluctant to buy this. I had to buy this one with my own money. This is the one I bought with my own money, wasn't making any commission. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it because I think it'll be cool to buy. And I just immediately fell in love with it. So genuinely, that's from the bottom of my heart, that's the honest truth about these 2 paddles. I really don't care which one's the best one. I just wanna get the paddle that performs best with me. And in this case right now, I think I am actually performing slightly better now with the J6CR Crystal Blue Grit. So Aura Pro, I've already said enough about it. I'm not gonna talk more about it. But with the J6CR Crystal Blue Grit as my number 1 paddle now, I just love how this paddle plays. It just made the original J6CR, which was my previous main, a lot better with this spin. Without the spin loss, man, it just, it's so hard to argue against it, man. Really, really, really. I know a lot of people love this. I know it feels like it's like a bandwagon paddle right now because it genuinely is. Like so many reviewers talk about this, and the genuine truth is that we talk about it because you guys want us to talk about it. I don't talk about this because I get extra sales. I don't talk about this because I get an extra commission. I just talk about it because you guys are always wanting me to talk about it. Like I always put up different posts and I'm like, hey, what do you want to see next? You guys always vote this paddle. So I'm like, okay, I'll give you guys whatever you want. I think that'd be pretty dumb to kind of just do whatever I want to do. I really want to show you guys what you guys want to see. And so I'm more than willing to give you guys what you want to see. But to a certain extent, I do want to show you some of the things that I like. And so that's why I gave you guys so much Aura Pro content, because I genuinely liked it. But I do recognize that this paddle is just loved by basically everybody. I know it's got some inconsistencies with the grit that they will probably address very soon. But other than that, man, this is basically like the perfect paddle right now. The only complaint I have performance-wise is gonna be that the dead spot right here is maybe slightly more prominent than I would want it to be. I feel like when I hit down near the neck, most paddles are just gonna die anyways. Like the ball is not gonna go anywhere when you hit down here. It just feels like this one could have been a little bit better. Maybe the dead spot just feels like a little bit too much for me. Other than that, it's amazing. I have no complaints about it. And as I said earlier, if I was ever going to be sold out for a company, it was definitely going to be Honolulu Pickleball Company, because they align with my Christian beliefs. So honestly, I mean, if I was ever gonna go with a company like professionally, if I was gonna go play for them, if I was gonna be sponsored by them, if I stopped reviewing paddles, I would 100% go with these guys because they make great paddles and they align with what I believe on a personal level. So yeah, I know that resonates with a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys like the Bible verse that they put on the top. I know a lot of you guys say, hey, I'll never buy it because it has that Bible verse. That's totally fine. Everybody's got their own preference right now. So I don't want people to be like fighting over whether or not it's worth it to buy a paddle because there's a Bible verse on it. That's gonna be a totally personal decision. In my opinion, I think it is. Other people may say no, but again, that's gonna be totally up to you guys. But yeah, finally did it, man. I finally did it. It honestly pains me But just know that I don't let go of this paddle still. I still keep it in the background very, very close to me. If I ever feel like I'm having an off day with this, that is the first paddle that comes out of my bag and is in my hands immediately. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this top, what is it, 8? My top 8 paddles right now in my bag. If you wanna see more content like this where I show you guys what's actually in my bag, what I'm really genuinely using on the courts, make sure you hit that like button. I'll catch you guys again on the west side.